Hello everybody, good morning. I realize I need to use my fluctonase really fast. One moment. Not gonna sound like anything to y'all. We'll just go right up. This stuff does always quite have the smell though. Have quite the smell, I should say. Ooh. Oh my goodness. So we're still kind of just doing our best. We're gonna be playing more Tiny Glade today because I don't feel amazing. We're here. We're gonna have fun. I'll play Tiny Glade and all that, but I don't feel amazing. It's been a hard week, which is again quite unfortunate. Because I haven't even started my period yet, and probably will be unless I can get my hands on my birth control, but I don't think it's ready. So that's just how that is. Good luck. Thanks, Fix. Yeah. 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 I mean, I probably still would be anyway, because it takes time for your body to adjust to the meds enough for you to stop having periods. Like, it takes a couple months for that adjustment period. Your dad probably would have happened anyway, but hello, Pix. Welcome on in. I've been told Lone Star will join us later. He's doing his exercises. I've also been told that I have to, he's got dibs on, okay. So, I got 2 new OCs in my dream this morning, and I need to name them, and I might even do a couple pick crews if I can find some good pick crews. Be safe, will be coming soon, don't panic. Is this just, we're just gonna continue with this bit, huh? At my expense? I guess I can't complain too much. Ugh. Anyway, he said he wants me to wait. Everyone needs an emotional support Canadian. Who's yours? Who's yours, Pix? Oh, the nasal spray helped a lot. I gotta remember to take it more often with spring coming up. Hello, Jerry. Yeah. I will briefly say the 2 new characters, my 2 new OCs that I've got, my brain is completely latched onto, are Fae. From different ports. And in this case, it's sort of playing off of, if anybody here has seen Akafaf, A Court of Fae and Flowers, which is a Dimension 20 show. It's playing a little bit off of that rather than Seelie. Like, the Seelie and Unseelie are still courts, but there's like more courts as well in that setting. And it's playing off of that a little bit. Yeah, stuff like that. We'll see. We'll see. They come as a pair, do not separate. Our friend named Canada, they're Canadian spiritually. Island Star. Did you just blow through your exercises? Because it's going to be hard not to laugh at you if you did. Oh? Maybe. Pix was picking on me. The bit continues at my expense, I fear. It's good for getting your heart rate up. I mean, that's true. If that's the thing you want to do. Yeah, I need to name these OCs. So I'm trying to think of. Oh boy, let me see. Coming up with names is going to be interesting. So, that's not a calm. I usually go to behind the name for name things. So, Pirate Circus. So these two are they're Fae, like I was saying. My little brief overview. Oh God. The story in the dream is technically this is like in enemies to friends to lovers. Not like very directly enemies, like not trying to kill each other enemies, but one of the Fae is from a court that is generally kind of feared that my brain just came up with. They're kind of freaky. And they eat people. Kind of like I would assume goblin fae do, but like they're very different from goblin faes. They're kind of a weird carnivorous parasite court of faes. That can hide among other people. So, oh my god. Ugh. They were both at some kind of event, except that, oh god, it's actually very interesting. One of the Fae, the one that's sort of carnivorous parasitic, was on the other side of the. Let's imagine there's a boundary, and the boundary. There's almost an overlap in this setting between the Fae realm, like a very direct overlap between the Fae realm and like the sort of modern, like human realm, and they're much more closely tied than normal. So the physical realities almost overlap. One of them was on one side. Wow, more like had 1 foot on both sides. They were there for some kind of espionage. They were there with a group of them. There was a group of 4 of them. And the other Fae, she was essentially an honor guard there for a like a noble Fae. She's not a noble Fae. And then there's more information that I don't have knowledge on because the characters didn't. Something happened. A third party stepped in. So the one phase, like group of 4 were trying, like there was an espionage thing going on. They were trying to insert themselves quietly, probably into this noble sort of entourage. Like they're trying to just quietly insert themselves for probably magical power. And then a third party stepped in, and it was chaos, and a lot happened all at once. The Fae that was an honor guard, she basically used a magical net to make the other Fae more diminutive. So he basically became, they basically became like somewhere between a tardigrade and a grub, like the size of your hand. Which is still dangerous because it's, again, it's a funky little parasitical guy. But they both, in that moment, also got shunted straight into the modern human world for some reason, and she got the honor guard basically got separated And she's also not very good at hiding her non-human features. She can hide her wings and her like moth-like features, but not her eyes, or vice versa, but not everything. So she immediately got spotted by a bunch of humans, panicked, because she's not supposed to be there, and she's very rarely interacted with humans. And our funky little grub tardigrade Faye was like, hey, I know a lot about the mortal realm. And we're both stuck. Neither of us knows what happened, right? Neither of us knows what happened. I can get us both out of this, but you're gonna have to let me do my parasitical thing so I can hide you, because that'll let me use my powers of transformation on you. And that's how that starts. Wacky hijinks. Hi, Phoenixie. And this is terrifying to this honor guard Fae, because this other Fae is kind of part of a court that is like Fae boogeymen. They're scary as far as she's concerned. That's terrifying. But she's between a rock and a hard place. She doesn't know what to do in the mortal realm. She doesn't even know how to get back, right? So she does strike this deal with them, and basically the other Fae, the funky little parasitical guy, guides them from where they are in the mortal realm to like their group's sort of a safe house in the mortal realm. It's a whole thing, but it's very funny. And I love them. That's genuinely the best I can describe, is this somewhere between a grub and a tardigrade. Little grabby fingies too, but much more like full, because it's like hand-sized. Like the whole hand width, not your palm, but like the whole hand width. And they got little claws and like little grabby boy. Anyway, yeah. I need to name them. Hello, everyone. That's where I've been today. That's where I've been today. Yep. Yes, good. More Faeoses. Weird Faeoses. Well, actually, the one that's like honor guard type is actually kind of a regular Fae. Like, she's, you know, there's... That's a moth Fae from, if we're going by Court of Fae and Flowers rules, probably just from the Court of Wonder. Pretty straightforward. The other one, flower names are classic for fairies. They can be, yes. They can be. And maybe the one would be, I don't think our funky little parasitical Fae creature will be named after a flower. But yeah. Yeah. I had a lot of fun with the stream this morning. The thing is, for me, right, until something wakes, I'm a lucid dreamer. Until something like fully pulls me out of the dream, I can kind of coast with a lot of dreams, and like sort of end up semi-directing them a little bit, if I'm that involved, so I can keep it going. So sometimes the dream's like, okay, I'm done now. And I'm like, no, we're not. We're not done. I'm gonna think about these characters more, and my brain's like, oh, well, yeah, okay. There was a huge part of this segment was literally the struggle and debate for this honor guard fae for her, and like accepting the help from this other fae in this manner. Especially because she's kind of terrified of this fae. So she's like, I don't want to, like, she's like holding like a death grip on this net to keep it closed the whole time. And she's like, I don't trust you. I don't want to let you out. And this little fae the whole time is just like, I've spent a lot of time in the mortal realm. I know what I'm doing around here. I don't really mean you any harm, particularly. We don't know what happened. We could find out together. I don't know what happened to the rest of my team. You know, they're gone. Don't know where they went. You can't get back to the Fae realm on your own. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. Oh God. Man, what am I going to name them? There's a lot of flower names out there. I have to think about that. Well, first and foremost, naming Fae after music like sonata and aria. That's cute. That's very cute. I understand. I feel that as well. That's very fair. Still not so sure that it suits the, you know, again, parasitic tardigrade. Look at, I mean, they can transform when they're not stuck in a net. That's magical. That's forcing them to like be their diminutive form, right? Like they can look like anything. That's the great part for them. But I'm still not sure that it's that naming scheme suits them specifically. But it does give me a lot of options. Flowers and music gives me a lot of options for our girl. Yeah, it sounds closer to Babadook kind of vibes. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Speaking of Babadook, out a show of hands, how many people here know about the Babadook is a gay icon joke? And if you didn't know, you don't, you know now. You know now. No? Yeah. So this is the thing. Oh God, yeah. This is the thing. I don't remember how it started. I know that I learned about it on Tumblr. So the whole thing at our house, it's the hat, isn't it? Oh, let me see if I can find out the exact origin, if there is one. Yeah, no, it was a Tumblr thing. I knew it. Yeah, okay, I remember now. Yes, this happened because for some reason, Netflix categorized, there was a glitch, and Netflix categorized the horror film, The Babadook, as an LGBTQ movie. So Tumblr took that and ran with it. So Babadook became a gay icon. that's how we got here. That's uh in 2016. Yeah. Very funny to me. Oh, the moth colors I got on them were also quite vague for this phase, so I do have to figure out. I know it was a more complex pattern on their wings. I do have to figure out what they look like fully. Something fluffy. Moths with wing pattern. I'm just gonna look up some stuff. There's a lot of moths with wing patterns, so you know this is gonna be a. Oh, there's a yellow one. That one's pretty and fluffy. Pretty and fluffy. Anyway, if I have multiple characters from the same world to name in succession, I try to pick a theme to work within. I just pick with vibes. It's vibes based. What is the name of this moth? I will show it to everybody in a moment. I have almost, I say almost finished with my tea already, but it's almost been 30 minutes already, me talking about these characters. Nobody noticed, and it's too late since I'm about to spill, but every character in the Skyworld Vagabonds is named after an island IRL. I see. I see. The low moth, or Io moths? Io moth. Io moth or peacock moth. Here, I think she'll look like this one. Oh, snap. I feel like if I had been around for every session and saw every character name, I might have picked up on it, but like this. This is her colors. I have decided. Very nice. Fluffy. Yellow. Yeah. Okay. I wonder if it varies though a little bit here. This one's a little bit more pink. Still got the yellow spotting, but I wonder it makes them vary between the really bright yellow and the more browns. Wonder if it's what they eat or their environment or. Very curious. The orcs were all Greek islands. The vultures were from Southeast Asia. Maddie the bar owner was Madagascar. Her kids were all shortened from Hawaiian island names. Oh, I see. I didn't interact with most of these very much. Yeah. Oop. Gotta scroll up because there's a cluster thing down there. We're already looking at insects, but I don't think we need to add clusters to the mix. Presume this is. Oh, you know what? It may be. There's sexual dimorphism between these two? Oh, there is sexual dimorphism between these two. That answers my question. Okay. Aye. I'm used to it with spiders. I didn't realize moths also kind of did it. Anyway. Names derived from scientific designations are also cool. Yeah. Ugh. Let me think. I know a lot of flowers and things. It wouldn't be if theoretically the sort of onager type is from the Court of Wonder. A flower name would not go amiss A music name would also not go amiss. Hmm. Ooh, burps. Oh man. Oh man. Tempting. Tempting to call. Hi, Michael. Tempting to call her Poppy something. Or just the whole thing, maybe. Just the whole subfamily name. That could be fun. How do I pronounce this? Let me see. Pavaresi. I am here to chill. It's a good time to chill. Ah! Ads. I beg your pardon. I'm just...
Pavaresi.
That's too much of a mouthful.
Papavaresi or Pavaresi.
Papavaresi is a lot. Didn't realize I got gifted a sub to you again. I freaking love your emotes. Hell yeah! I'm glad people like my emotes. They're really just... Okay, so... If anybody's ever curious, I will be getting custom emotes at some point, but they're really just Emoji Kitchen emotes. If you haven't ever used this source before, you can find them. It's just emoji.supply/kitchen. It lets you combine emotes. So that's that's where like most of my clowns are from. Yeah. Yeah. I could have so many more that I don't. I kind of have like a basic lot. But yeah. Some of them are a little bit horrific. You know, some of them are there's some of them are. What about this one? That's also the same. That is a snail. Let me see. Snail combined with the daisy. And I don't know if everybody knows this, but in the sort of Twitch emote setup, Twitch will lightly animate emotes for you. And that's why some of them are very lightly sort of animated and like movement. Because Twitch will do that for you. Nope, I'm in the way. Ugh, hold on. Hey, baby. There it is. Now you can see it. My bad. And then my brain didn't clock that I was in the way. I know. This one's completely random. That just still has clown. Like, this is a snail with clown vibes, right? You can't deny this, right? You can't tell me that they don't, because they definitely do. So, that's it. In the future, I will have also like me specific ones, like they're gonna be for my re-debut. I will have emotes made by Pix for my re-debut. Maybe not immediately during my re-debut, but somewhere in there. But I would probably also keep a fair amount of the other emotes as well, because I do like them. They're nice. Oh, maybe I can make a salute. Yeah, yeah. I actually technically already have one because like one emote, just one for that is in my new model. Because Pix and I did Pix came to me like months ago for a art trade, which made me so happy. Art trades between artists is just good. It's just good stuff. Pix made me an email and I helped them design his new logo. I do still have that one emote around. One of my friends drew that one art circus. But that was back in the day. This is gonna seem weird, right? Back in the day, this character, she had a mask. I had some reasons for it, but they were kind of silly. Um, but she did have a mask, so that was a thing. That's why that one looks like that. Her makeup was also different at the time. That didn't last very long. Anyway, wait a minute. Yeah? What? I'm not saying anything. What do you mean? Lottie drew me a logo too. Yeah, it was for free though. What do you mean, Pix? What as a form of bullying? Kind of. Sure. Yeah. 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 um, yeah. I guess this is true. I'm not saying anything. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I pick up what you're putting down now. Yeah. Um, I can even go, let's see, where is it? Where did I put it? Beep, 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 beep. I didn't put it somewhere that makes sense. I'll tell you that much. That's okay. Is it under here? Because that'd be really funny. Ooh, yep, there it is. I mean, I did just throw this together. No matter what Lone Star says, I threw this together in maybe an hour and a half. I did not spend a lot of time on this. So, like, it's not a huge deal. Just minding my own business, I just stepped out of from behind the bleachers and pushed me and said, "Hey, kid, want to look over your original TTRPG?" And I was like, "Please, no." And then she laughed and drew it anyway, and it was really good. Yeah. No matter what Lone Star says, at the very least, the dice are really wonky. I did not spend a crazy amount of time trying to get the perspective on the numbers look okay. They're just okay. You know, they draw Lone Star and the pee-poo pushed over with the tray meme. Yeah. Yeah. Peepo. Instead of food, it's dice? Oh god, that's perfect. It is rather perfect. This is true. I feel like I could come up with some kind of last name in here. I'm gonna make some notes. Maybe not even a last name, just like some kind of name based off of the genius for the poppy flower. Um, For our tardigrade fella, papaver. Papaver, that's so cute. Somniferum. The opium poppy. Yes, yes. And Pix showed up, and I was like, help me, Lottie's drawing me stuff. And I thought they were going to help, and they pulled out a stylus, and they started drawing too. It's what you deserve. What you deserve. Victim. uh, that's, hey, I'm not saying it's anything you did. Just saying it's what you deserve. Arja Moni. Arja Moni. She could be named Arja Moni. Potentially. Hi, Sina. Welcome in. Victim adding. Hello, welcome, welcome. We're talking about a lot of things right now. I am primarily talking about my two new Feoses, that I got in a dream. But we're also talking about art a little bit and bullying Lone Star. Cause you wait, I'm gonna start drawing, and one day I'm gonna be really good at it, and then you'll pay. What are you talking about? You're already really good at drawing. What are you talking about? I mean, I'm good at some stuff, but I think overall, I think you have a finer grasp of the fundamentals than I do. Like, you know, I'm just saying. I'm looking at names of poppies, mostly at the moment. Could call her Pygmy as well. I would really like something like a name. I'll have to base something, a name that she could just be called Poppy based off of. Somewhere in here, I've got a name somewhere here. You got your Poppy Longstockings, your Poppy Playtimes. Yeah, I do. What I don't know is about our other Fae. Let me see. Micro animal, not so micro in this case. Ranks above the classy up. Okay. Figure something out. Book I'm reading has Poppy Thornapple. Yeah. I don't want her, her proper name to actually just be Poppy, but I feel like something that could be nicknamed into Poppy would be just fine. Yeah? Term division has been used instead of phylum, although International Code of Agriculture of Algae and Plants accepts the term as an equivalent. Oh, so tardigrades are in sort of like the same equivalent life form base as algae and fungi and stuff. How many different kinds of algae are there? I mean, it looks like they're mostly named after colors. Red. green, gold, brown, yellow, green. That's a little funny. Porkweed, Dict Yota, Dicotama. Dicotama? Probably Dicotama. Dict Yota, Dicotama. I'm gonna bench this for now. We gave this some thought, but we're gonna start playing Tiny Glade now because it's almost been an hour. People who look through microscopes while discovering newer microorganisms aren't necessarily the most creative. I mean, it doesn't need to be, and to be fair, if you're looking at microorganisms, if you have like just a general overall like name for like subcategory for microorganisms, like that's fine. Not that I'm knocking their work, I fucking love microorganisms. I got a gut full of them, don't we all? Imagine microorganism, but not micro though, because that's more or less. I don't got the stomach for it. Hi, Celeste. Hello, hello. Welcome on in. We've been mostly talking about Fae and art and microorganisms. But we're about to start playing Tiny Glade now. My town. Oh, my town. Like those electron microscope images. Yeah. I'm still so much happier with this building now. This one in particular. Anyway, Wizard Town. Wizard Town. Wizard Tower. Can you imagine stepping into a town, though, that all of the, like, buildings and everything and all the roofs are the same color? You know, it's very aesthetically appealing. But it also generally wouldn't happen. Unless there's a specific reason, you know? Alright, we did this one yesterday. I'm still quite happy with how it turned out. I feel like we could have more object. Have a birdhouse somewhere. And I believe we have some back here as it is. House there. I would really like a cart. Sips hot chocolate? I do find it vaguely threatening if all the buildings look the same. What if the birdhouse is actually a mailbox? Like, because of Magical Bird Postal Service. I hadn't thought of that. I don't think... I feel like you just have one per neighborhood at that point, though, or like a roost. We could make a root, like buildings for roosts. Because if for some reason your birds are like delivering stuff, they probably just all are at a roost rather than like the whole little funky pet owning thing. Don't know if we could convert something in the tower to that. Maybe? This is the landing zone for broom flying. Hey, there's a post office, Avery, and big storks or eagles or something deliver bags of mail between towns, and then there's pigeons or ravens that deliver within the town. Very interesting. It wouldn't be the little dinky birdhouse though for birds like of that size. This is for small birds. Like a pigeon might be able to stuff themselves in there, but usually pigeons also don't use. More likely to use other things. Necessarily think about it. We got space for more like actual, because most of the buildings I've made, with few exceptions, have just been houses. This is a clock tower. This is like a regular like pre-K style school. This is where you learn how to read. And this is definitely like a general store. I forgot I gave them this little backyard with the little chairs and everything. Hey, local carriers are little tiny sparrows who carry just a wee roll of paper, but the paper unrolls infinitely and has the entire message written on a single line. Maybe. Could happen. I love all of my whimsical houses so much. So much. They're so much fun. Maybe the sparrows have little bow ties. Maybe they do. Oh yeah, and this is the wash house over here. This one was meant to be like a proper building too. And I think this might have been a tavern, this one. Kind of. It's got like a lot of doors and space. It's a pretty big building compared to a lot of the other ones. I still love my really thin building down here. love this game. Anyway. We're continuing this way. I might upgrade this house as well. This one is much more, it's very small, but it's much more in style with the rest of everything. The only thing I would change is curve this and make it a little taller. And add our little customary window right there. And there. Come on. Come on, I believe in you. Here we go. Then we'd have to add a new lamp. Which honestly, I think they could just... Yeah. This one's quite small, but it's still like much more in practice with everything. Whereas this one could use a little bit of an update. Let's see, if we were going to add anything, I did like this section. They could use a chimney back here, for which we are going to do... Please, I wish to... Oh, alright. Just remove it, we'll put down another one. Ad time, time for ads. I'd also prefer the supports not being in the building. That's going to require us, like, making this quite small on this side. I think I've tried to make it everywhere else so the supports do touch the ground, but the building's sort of around it. In most places. Or in the case of the tower, kind of built into it. Like, I got all these structures built, like little balconies and things built across the supports. Probably the best thing to do is to just move it forward at that point, though. Or, hold on. That way. Hi, good morning. Hello, dragon. I don't know if you can hear me right now because there's an ad going. I will say hi again, just in case. Then we're gonna have to add a tower of some kind. There we go. Welcome back from the ads. And hi, dragon. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Too tall. Think. I think I would like to do something like get rid of the yeah, welcome on in, everybody. Hello, hello. We've just been talking about OCs. I got 2 new Fey OCs thanks to my dreams. And art in playing the game. Like that. Pretty gotta work soon, but really happy to have stopped by. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Not like that. Probably I'm gonna have to go back down. I do like the way it looks back here. Not you. Window. Ooh. Hmm. That's probably better. This could really use a better path into. Nope. I don't want to remove the door, just one of the bushes. There we go. Doo -doo 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 -doo. Hmm. There we go. Window boxes. Doo, doo. I don't know what I'm gonna name the other Fae yet. Still thinking on that one. I'm sure it'll come to me. I don't have too much difficulty naming OCs. Too worried about it. Oh. Struggle with names quite a bit sometimes. Mm-hmm. The girls are going to... The grass gets very long here. I'm only just noticing, haha. What, over on this side of town? Yes. Hi, Jack! Just in general. Ah, yes. Like, a lot of that grass is higher than the chairs. Yep. Yep. I'm down with a scratchy throat, and I got my first request for being a background extra, but I had to decline it, so not great. Aw. I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better soon. And yeah, it sucks a lot to have to, like, miss opportunities like that, you know? I've had to miss... Admittedly, I've had to miss quite a lot of opportunities as a streamer because just wrong timing, you know, or I've been in surgery recovery during certain times, or Like, you name it, really. There's been a lot of things I've looked at and gone, I'm gonna have to pass up on this. Especially anything run by Neo, fellow clown. You may know them. Thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoy your stay in the tent. Fellow clown, you may know them. They've run a lot of events with Puka as well, who is another clown, that I've had to pass up on, even though I would have liked to have joined, just because timing. Okay, let me see if we can just want this to be... I don't really want to be straight. Make it wider. That might work. Oh, yeah! Thank you for the shout out for Neo. We love Neo. I'm glad you know Neo's, like, entire, URL offhand, because, like, I don't. Hard for me to remember anything with numbers. I'm like, Neo! You know? But the rest of that, like, Neo, Eva 122 Clown? No. No. Their full government clown name. Yeah, they never suck. They're like fake letters that don't spell anything. Yeah, kinda. But yes, we love Neo. Yeah, I get the feeling of like having to pass up on opportunities though, and it just kind of, it's disappointing, you know? Not integrating. Interesting. I was hoping it would. No? Okay. Maybe you can still do what I was figuring on doing anyway. Okay, careful though. A little pond all to themselves. I may actually want to leave... Back this up. Leave a couple of those support structures for a second. Ooh, I can put that underwater. I don't want to do that, but that's fun. The reason was not just because I was sick, but because of my photos, full body shots, and headshot. I don't have long hair anymore, and my mom is so busy, she doesn't have time to do anything to help out. It just sucks. Oh, so they were looking for somebody with long hair. I see. You just have to look out for next time. You know? And then hopefully you get it next time, you know? Yeah, I need to update it. Yeah. A little bit wider, but not that much wider. There we go. rejection sucks, but being considered at all is no progress. And if you only got turned down because of your hair, it means they liked you otherwise. That's true. Silly goose. Yeah, I think we were all a little bit confused there for a sec, but that's okay. Oh God, it does that if you do that. Look at that. Just for funsies. Not what I'm trying to do anyway, so. Okay, let's raise you up for a sec. Let's make this easier. I know, silly goose. I'm a very serious burrowing mammal of some kind. Oh. I don't know what is confusing about that, but then again, you make a bunch of word salads every time I say something. I mean, you did say up top that you declined it. Just got a little bit lost somewhere in the conversation is all. I'm trying to resist the urge to fire up Silk Song again. Yeah. Now, sometimes you click too much. Funky little houses. If I make this just tall enough, well, no. It'd be kind of nice if I could make it have an overhang, but it's just gonna like stick through, so. It's gonna be a little bit taller. Do. Come on. There we go. Ooh. And I just want to keep being funky. We're gonna actually move this fella over here. Is enough room for a door? No. I might have just enough room right here. Maybe. Lottie, what are you doing? You might ask me. Oh. This needs to go higher. There we go. Hmm. Yeah, we could probably let it stay overlapped a little if we have to. Can I fit a door here? Not exactly. So then... go up until we can. Wow, rude. Come on. There we go. Then we'll make the tower taller. Maybe a little bit wider? By a lot. There we go. Is that the bathroom? Is the floor glass? What? No. That's unrelated. Can't stay for long. I'm gonna fight my throat later, laddie. Okay, you take care, Jack. Thank you for stopping by. Makes this feel a little bit weird. We're gonna have to adjust this a bit. That's okay. We can adjust. So go all the way up with you. Oops. We could make these double high. Nope. Not quite the space. We could make them up higher. Nope. Not that. Oh boy. Okay. Gotta make this wider for a little bit. We can insert this guy back in. It's slim again. Oop. Come on. There we go. Oh, boo. You need to have 2 feet. Thank you. Okay, okay. Can I... That sounds aggressive, Jack. What, fighting his throat? Yeah, a little bit. Only a little bit, though. A good angle for this, is there? Okay, well, third option for me being able to see. Is making it nighttime. Sometimes you gotta throat punch yourself. Let him know who's boss. Wish this would go farther down, but I know why it's not. So our second option, instead of that, also more of this. We will have to do... Start with this, all the way down. Change it so it's flat. Make it wider. I would really like it if we could hang lanterns from like these, like from the center. I think that'd be really nice. Not really a thing though. Do, do, do. All the way down, please. I think I still have to do at least a little square for the... Let's see. I kind of wish we also had empty carts. And I could make it look like they're kind of like loading these pumpkins onto another cart. I think that would be nice. But that's okay. Whoa there. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? No, I guess. Hum ho, hum hum. Oof. Like a good time for a stretch. Yes, there we go. We gotta put windows up there still, but we're gonna keep working on down here. I would like more wood. Got some wood here. Just stack it a little bit further. Oh. A little bit tight. Oops. Didn't mean to hit that button. There we go. Okay, let's make it daytime. All our windows are here. We could probably... takes so long to make it become flowers sometimes. By so long, I mean like several seconds, but you're kind of just clicking, you know? You know? There we go. That's a little bit high. Okay. Yeah, the interface is interesting. Yeah. Placing objects, then deciding what specifically they are. Well, the game's mostly generative, so that's where, like, it mostly decides based off of that. I guess it's less overwhelming than a huge grid full of options in the menu. I'd say so. Plus, there's a level of almost more interactiveness for the game that way, because you get to, like, figure out how objects interact with each other. Oh, shoot! I haven't shown Ambrose something. Hold on. I need to make something really fast. We could even just... We're not going to keep this. Just bear with me. Take a screenshot of that. I just... In case you didn't know. Magic Bridge! Yes. Yes. Yeah, if you get rid of the supports, it does this. I have not used it very much in this build. I probably will for the next town, but... I've gone for more structure here than anything, so... That's okay. Evil Town? That place probably has a ton of unsupported bridges over top of roller coasters. Probably. You know, listen, if the Empire from Star Wars is anything to go by, they're not up to OSHA standards. They're just not. Wiggle that just a little bit. I think I will actually move this down a little. Very true. Only a filthy rebel would put a railing on a walkway suspended over a 2-mile drop. Exactly. I think I actually like this space without that. regular old roof. A whimsical building it is. We got pumpkins. Pumpkins. Alright. This one has to be one of the smallest, and it's still so cute. I love the back of this still. This one's funny because there's a little bit of an A-frame in here. But only a little bit. It's like built in. Love making houses based on whimsy. Whimsy. I think we're good with this house. I don't think it needs anything extra. It does still kind of feel like this should have like a little cover. Maybe it's just because it's like right, like that's a door they're using a lot and it's going right, like the thing is going right by it. I wonder if we could... I don't think that's going to work very well just because of what that looks like. We could try... Oop, not that button. Rat! How's it reclammy today? We're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good overall. Still having a little bit of a rough week, but like, we're definitely doing our best. I think I want to do that either. It's a shame. If I could put a roof on that, that'd be one thing. The third thing we could try to do... like a little bit of this situation. Ooh. I will attempt to get fan art to you soon to cure your ill. Appreciated, though not necessary, but it's still appreciated. One. A little bit of a cover here for this. Just a little bit of an overhang. Evil Kingdom to build. I'm not even building Evil Kingdom yet. But yes, thank you though. I wish the bottom of the circles didn't always do that. But which leaves me, I kind of just want to fill this gap in a little bit. It's mostly roof. Thank you for the lurk. I'll be lurking here while I do work, but I'm here. Well, yeah, than that. Uh-huh. I also want to build an evil kingdom. I have this long-standing idea for an evil tower or mega dungeon. I keep threatening to buy this game for you, and you're just making that more likely, you know? No, don't push me to the ground and buy a video game. I'll tell teacher. Who's that? Pix? What's Pix gonna do? We've already established that Pix is kind of on my side with things. Oh yeah, I guess it's Pix. Oh, it kind of is Pix. Where does that leave your prospects, hmm? Gotta be a way. I can make this a little bit shorter, of course. Not by a lot, though. Oh no, the entire school is against me! I like that a little bit better. Okay. That'll work. There we go. We spruced up that building. More building per building. I feel like this one should also be stone. Wait. Ad time. Wonderful. Funky. Alrighty. How did I do that over there? Oh yeah, I must have made the whole thing out of staircase. Okay. Do, 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 do. Welcome back from the ads. Fortunately, we do need to wrap up soon. We won't be wrapping up quite yet, but it will have to be soon. All right. Hello, Sunny. Welcome, welcome. You're a good girl, huh? Sunny. Hi. I know. Yeah. Hello. You're a good girl. You want to come down? Sunny. It needs to be a shade lighter. Okie dokie. Oh, that's some pretty... Hello again, Sunny. Yeah, I'm not gonna pet you, though. Not right now, at least. I could have much smaller trees sometimes. Well, that one's smaller. Yeah, it's okay. We'll leave that alone for now. She just threw her whole body against my chest. I don't know if what that's doing to the mic, because that's near it. Hi, baby. Oh, she wants attention. Yes, she does. Oh, but I am not petting her because my hands are on the keyboard. Woe is Sunny. All right. It's pretty good progress. I think we'll take that as is. Alrighty, everybody. Oh, let me run through announcements real quick. Ooh, big stretch. Oof. We would stream for longer, except later today over on Ambrose the Jinx's channel. You will be able to find me at 6 p.m. No, 5 p.m. It's 5 p.m. today. 5 p.m. EDT. Ambrose and I are going to be continuing playing House Flipper 2 together. We were working on a clown house. Some of it is cursed. Yes, it is my fault. No, I'm not sorry. But it was a fun stream. It always is. Thank you, Lone Star. It's always wonderful having you. And then tomorrow we have our normal 10 a.m. stream, and then again later in the evening. It's a clown house. The wife is streaming. Yeah, thank you for being here, Rad. Really appreciate you. You'll also be able to find me again Thursday in the evening, as T and I are going to be continuing Spiritfarer on my channel, 6 p.m. EDT. Always wonderful having me, and always harrowing and depressing when I'm late. Listen. Thank you for the shout out for Ambrose Picks. Alright then. Let me close this down. I don't believe we have any other announcements. Except that we do have a magma board coming up in 2 weeks. Anybody who may have missed the last one, it was a lot of fun, so we pretty much decided to hold. You can see Lone Star's hype. Lone Star drew a lot on our first magma board. I've decided to do them once a month. Oh man, I hate fun. For people to join in. That will be April 5th. That's a Sunday. Starting at my normal time, but hopefully we'll be running for 4 hours at least. So people will be able to drop in and drop out and draw and hang out, and it should be a really wonderful time. It was really fun last time. I will, let me show you the magma board, and just in case anybody wasn't here for it. Let me go find it. Let me go find it. Where is it? It's probably alphabetized. Yep, there it is. Okay. It is. It's so many drawings. All of it, like, partially color-coded here. All of the, like, red outlines, those are all, Lone Star. And then got Ambrose's art. A lot of it is in blue. This is mine over here. He's a frog on a log. He scream. The other judges. I'm gonna draw another 100 little guys. The 100 little guys is great. Lone Star didn't even color them in. I believe me and Art Circus colored most of these in. Which was super fun. I mean, like 2 things. It was Pog. Yeah, you did. I believe Kitty. Memory serves. And I don't remember. Is this you too? Or is that somebody else? Either way. It was so fun. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I drew this little marionette cat. No, it was 2 rats. Green rats. Oh. So rat here. Rat 1. Were they all rats here? I got a rat here, but I think that was somebody else. Not that green rat. Other green rat. Oh my goodness. But it's so difficult. How many green rat are green rat? That green rat? The green rat are poorly drawn. That doesn't... So many small things. There's a lot on this board. We had a lot of fun though, so we'll be doing that. Ideally, we'll be doing magma boards on the first Sunday of every month from now on that everybody can join in and have fun with. It was super fun, so. Oh, that is going to be it for me for today until later. I feel like I just need some extra rest today, probably. Although I do have to do a couple chores. I did get most of the dishes done already before I started streaming, so thumbs up. Yeah, let me go see who we have to raid into, shall we? Who is online? Uh-oh. I'll catch the stream. I do have things tonight, but we'll see. No worries if you can't. But if you are able to come, we would love to have you. Fair warning, if you haven't been in Ambrose's chat before, my chat is not 18 plus, and I do keep a little bit of a lid on things. There is no lid in Ambrose's chat. They went bonkers last time. Ambrose and I were just making a cute little house. It's only mildly cursed. Making a cute little house. And chat was doing whatever the heck they were doing. Just fair warning. I will once again visit to play the straight man. In more ways than one. Noted. It's really fun. Just, you know, it can get a bit extra chaotic over there, that's all. Unless nobody else is in chat, in which case I will be filthy dirty in order to maintain the vibe. That's so funny. All right. Well, I mean, it just so happens the Mocha Cafe is also playing Tiny Glade today. Maybe we'll raid into them. We could also raid into not a lot of people I'm following are on right now. I could also see if there's any clowns. Clown. Filter by tag, please. Thank you. What we have going on here? What kind of clowns we got? I feel like there's some people who have tagged clowns and they mean like a very sort of different like vibe when they say that. being literal. Not everybody is. Got somebody who has. Let's see. We got a few options. A lot of them are playing things like Marvel Rivals and like Street Fighter, though. Oh, Luette is. I don't follow Luette, but I know who Luette is playing Pokemon Pokopia. That's pretty cozy. We've got a Donathon going on. We could go right into Luette. That sounds alright. Luette the clown is adorbs. Yeah, Luette the clown is very cute. Just split us up to raid multiple people. No, that's okay. Alright, everybody, we're gonna raid into Luette. Again, thanks so much for being here. You can catch me again later over on Ambrose's channel at 5 p.m. EDT. Remember to stay silly out there, alright? Take care. Bye now.